For years we've talked about a hacker that never sleeps, never gets tired, and can scan millions of lines of code in the blink of an eye. It always sounded like science fiction, right? Well, some new research shows it's not sci-fi anymore. It's our new reality, and it is about to change cybersecurity forever.
So let's just start with this number, $4.6 million. Let that sink in for a second. What do you think that represents? A company's cybersecurity budget? Maybe the average cost of a data breach? Nope. That's the value of software vulnerabilities that artificial intelligence agents found and successfully exploited completely on their own in a recent series of tests. Yeah, you heard that right. AI can now autonomously hack systems for millions of dollars in profit. So you might be wondering, how on earth do you even measure something like this? I mean, you can't just unleash a hacker AI onto the open internet. You need a perfect, controlled testing ground, kind of like a digital vault with real money at stake. And researchers found the perfect one in the world of blockchain. For anyone who isn't deep in the crypto world, a smart contract is basically just a program that runs on a blockchain. A really good way to think of it is like a superpowered digital vending machine. You put a coin in and it automatically follows a set of rules, no humans needed. And here's the really important part. Their code is totally public and they can control huge amounts of money directly. So these things are the perfect lab rats for a new AI hacker. Why? Well, 3 big reasons. First, their code is public, like an open blueprint for the AI to study. Second, they run on pure software logic, which makes them really predictable. And third, and this is the absolute key, when you find a vulnerability, it can lead directly to stealing actual money. You can count the exact dollars and cents, which is almost impossible in most other cybersecurity research. Okay, so we have our target. Now let's look at the AI heist itself, because the story here isn't just that an AI can hack, it's how unbelievably fast it's learning to do it. Just look at the speed of this progress. A year ago, these AI agents were finding exploits worth maybe a few $1,000s. I mean, that's impressive, but it's small scale. But then look at the jump just 6 months later, and then bam! Today, that's our $4.6 million figure. This isn't just a straight line of improvement, it's an absolute explosion in capability. Let's put a hard number on that growth, because this is wild. The value of the exploits these AIs could find literally doubled every 40 days or so. Just think about that pace. Every month and a half, the potential for economic damage got twice as big.
And this isn't some theoretical lab exercise anymore. The AI's skill level has now reached and, in some cases, blown past what skilled human hackers are doing in the real world. In fact, more than half of the actual blockchain heist from this past year could have been pulled off by these AIs.
But it gets even crazier. The AI isn't just finding old, known security flaws. It's hunting for something way more dangerous, what we call 0 days, brand new vulnerabilities. So the researchers basically threw the AI into the deep end. They pointed it at almost 3,000 brand new smart contracts. Contracts that, as far as anyone knew, were totally secure. No known bugs, no public warnings. And what happened? The AI started finding new, never-before-seen vulnerabilities all by itself. Okay, let me walk you through a real example of a hack it pulled off. It's actually pretty brilliant. So first, the AI scans the public code. It finds this little function that's supposed to be a simple calculator, but the developers made one tiny mistake. They forgot to mark it as read-only. Because of that one little error, the calculator could write new data. The AI figured out it could use this to give its own account free tokens. So what did it do? It just called the function over and over, basically printing itself money, and cashed out for about $2,500.
And here it is. This is the moment science fiction becomes a business plan. It is already profitable for an AI to be a hacker. Right now, look at the math. It costs about $1.22 to scan a contract. It might cost over $1,700 in computer time to actually find a flaw, but the average payday is over $1,800. That's a net profit. The business model for autonomous cybercrime already works.
And that profit margin, it's only going to get wider. The cost of doing this is plummeting. The amount of computing power you need to find one of these exploits has dropped by 70% in just the last 6 months. The AIs are getting cheaper, faster, and smarter all at the same time.
Okay, so what does all of this mean for the rest of us, beyond the world of crypto? It means we are at a huge turning point because this technology is a classic double-edged sword. Think about it. The skills the AI used here, finding logical errors, understanding complex code, they apply to any software.
The apps on your phone, the code running our financial systems, that forgotten piece of software on a corporate server, it's all a potential target now for a tireless, automated probe that's just looking for one tiny mistake.
This really brings us to the two futures we're facing. Down one path, you have AI for attack, autonomous bots that make it super easy for criminals to scan for weaknesses 24/7. But down the other path, you have AI for defense, systems that can automatically find and patch those same flaws, stress testing our code before it ever even goes live.
So the real takeaway here is this. The window of time between a developer making a mistake and some attacker exploiting it is collapsing. It's shrinking from months or days down to potentially minutes. The old way of doing things is just too slow now. The only real defense against an AI attacker is an AI defender. All of this leaves us with one final, pretty sobering question. We now have proof that profitable, autonomous AI hackers are a reality. So as they get cheaper and smarter and easier for anyone to use, is our digital world truly ready for what's coming next?